Did I wake you up? Want some coffee?
How long have you been up?
Hour and a half.
It's only 6:30.
Well, everything has to be worked out perfectly for this meeting this afternoon.
Chief Executive Officer's work is never done, is that it?
Yeah, well, Mason is going to pounce wherever he sees an opening, so I want an airtight agenda.
Mason will be Mason. Is it worth losing sleep over?
Well, I just want it the way Daddy wanted it.
I think he would have wanted you to wear that ring, too.
I am.
Yeah, but not as though it belonged there.
Look, I'm sorry. I just don't want to get into an argument
I'm
with
sorry.
you right now about this.
Forgive me, it's my fault. I don't need to pick a fight. That's the last thing I... You want to talk about it?
Look, I'm sorry. I know that Daddy said that he wanted us to get married.
But you don't think he meant it, is that it?
No, I think he did. I definitely think he did, but... It's just that... all those people out there, they're going to read that C.C. Capwell had a major stroke and that he might not recover. And those same people are going to read that his daughter got engaged a little while later.
Since when do you care what other people think?
I don't. But I do. I mean, respect for anyone, especially my father. It's partly a public thing, right?
Yeah.
And to do that is to honor someone in front of the whole world. Cruz,
No. You're
don't,
right. You're absolutely
don't.
right. See, because this is supposed to make you feel good, and if it's not, then we should just put it off. Besides, baby, I know you love me, ring or no ring.
I do. And I want to honor you, too. It's the wrong hand.
But it looks just as beautiful, and now nobody will ask you about it. And if they do, you can just say, your father gave it to you. And that way you'll be honoring him in the eyes of the world and honoring me in mine. Is that okay?
Thank you.
You bet. You want to lie down with me for a little while?
You are so wonderful to me.
It's so easy.
I love you.
I love you too, Eva.
Did you hear that? Something Dad wanted him to do.
Is there any new word on his prospects for recovery?
Well, no, I'm afraid not, but he's
Why don't
getting
you shut it off? You know it's only going to get
care, and
worse.
We're watching him very closely.
Watching him very closely. He's been on a
Last several
2-week
weeks,
bender.
Her sister, Eden Capwell, has been acting as chief executive officer of Capwell
This ought to be
Enterprises. What part will she
Now,
play in
hold
the...
on a minute. I don't know what you may have heard about Eden, but I think she's doing a
Heard
very
about me?
fine job, considering it's
Considering?
true. She's very young and inexperienced, but I'm sure that any problems resulting from her management can be easily corrected. She's to be commended.
That
for her
was
efforts.
low.
What about
can't
the
stand this. I
takeover?
can't watch
Excuse me, the
this.
merger.
What does he mean, problems in my management?
Oh, come on, simmer down, Eden. You know Mason.
Our third quarter profit and loss sheet was better than it was all year.
He doesn't know that, and he doesn't care.
Do you see what I'm up against now?
He's
Do you?
just trying to push you into doing something foolish, Eden, so don't bite.
You know, if those networks get a hold of this interview, the Walton Hotel stockholders could think we're on the verge of collapse.
You have the facts and figures that say otherwise.
Yeah, well, the merger, it could just completely go out the window, and they could want to get rid of me.
Eden, the way you beat Mason at his own game is not to let it be as important to you as it is to him.
I'm sorry. I gotta get dressed. No, the more I think about it, the madder I get.
Well, then don't think about it already.
Mason could do this to me every day if he wanted to, and of course Gina just had to tell him that there was a board meeting today. I'm sure he's gonna walk in there with everything up his sleeve. Well, I'm telling you. Do you think he'd take money? I wonder if that's it.
I really don't want to
No,
do
of course that's not it. He's gonna want power, that's it. He always wants power. What did you say?
I don't know. What are you doing for lunch?
Look, I'm sorry. I
don't know how to handle things very easily, okay?
You don't know how to handle... I must not say this to you often enough. Do you know how proud I am of you? Your father, I mean, he couldn't have picked anybody tougher or smarter or just all around more human than you to take care of his business for him.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Plus which... I'm not sure if I should say this. I never know if it's wrong, when we're talking about work, if you think it's demeaning or sexist or whatever, but I think you're so damn beautiful. I mean, look at you. I just want to... Is that demeaning?
No, it's not demeaning. You know why I wore this outfit, didn't you?
No, why?
Because I knew you were annoyed, and last time I wore it, you said I looked like...
Oh, yeah, the French one.
Catherine Deneuve with a pug nose.
What's the matter? Your nose? Something wrong with your nose?
Oh, it's a crock, but I'm not complaining.
Come here.
No, wait a second. I gotta look into my handbook. I want to see if kissing...
Good
is
looking.
or not.
Forget the stupid book. Give me a kiss.
Morning. You're early?
Yes, where's your associate?
Beg your pardon?
Jack the Ripper Lee.
His associate Eric is outside talking in the hall with Mama.
Oh, only second string at this meeting, huh?
Jack's going to be late. He's bringing someone to the meeting.
Reinforcements, huh? Is Sophia coming?
No. Is Gina?
No.
Good.
I'm, sorry about that interview this morning. It didn't come off at all the way I intended.
Interview? Here's the agenda of the meeting.
Let's see. Yeah. Well, there are a few things missing, but don't worry about that. I took the trouble of drawing up an agenda of my own, so they won't be left out.
Interesting. But that's the chairman's duty.
We don't have a chairman.
The chief of operations has the power to call and conduct meetings on the board in the chairman's absence, Section 10 of the bylaws.
I see. Isn't this going to be fun?
Why, Mason? I have more copies.
Well, they're only paper. Any motion you make, Eden, can't pass without me because you don't have a majority of the votes. You see, you and Kelly and Ted and I have one vote, but Brandon has two, and I'm his trustee, so I control half the votes.
Well, we'll see about that.
And if I can convince Ted and Kelly to vote with me, then you can call all the meetings you like, but I'm going to run them.
Ted and Kelly know Daddy wanted you out of the business completely, and all your talk about how you admire his talent and vision is not going to fool anybody, Mason.
What? Oh, the interview.
Yes. It's for you.
Thank you.
Welcome.
No. Yes, Gina. No. No, we haven't started yet.
What did Mama say?
Got it. An acting chairman does not have unlimited power of appointments.
Mason, do you have to fight over everything?
A vote is not needed for me to appoint Eric as recording secretary.
Ms. Chairman,
Go ahead, Eric.
the bottom of Section 10. And may make such temporary appointments as are necessary until the chairman returns or new elections are held.
Then I move we hold new elections. For some reason, it's not on the agenda.
You can raise that issue when we come to new business. Right now, you are out of order. We are discussing Walton Hotels Incorporated. Now, I'm sure during our procedural squabble, you had enough time to look over the dossier Jack and I prepared on the state of merger negotiations. Walton's directors are agreeable to the takeover subject to the terms and conditions that are set before you, which Daddy himself negotiated. Now, some smaller details, of course, have to be finalized, but it is a pretty stiff bargain. With a controlling interest in Walton, though, we will have market penetration like we've never had it before, with a fraction of what it would cost us to do so. It's what Daddy wanted. Now, if there are no further discussions, I think that we should proceed to vote. And I'm hoping that this will be unanimous.
This looks terrific, Eden. I'm really impressed.
Thank you. Eric, will you call roll?
On the proposed action regarding Walton Hotels Incorporated, how do you vote? Eden Capwell.
In favor?
Kelly Capwell.
In favor?
Ted Capwell.
In favor.
Brandon Capwell.
Against?
Why?
Brandon Capwell, second vote.
Against?
Mason Capwell.
Against.
Mason, do you have any reasons?
You heard Eden. I mean, Daddy wanted this, and it's the best thing for the company.
Eric, will you read the bylaws concerning a tie vote on the board of directors?
Certainly. In case of a tie vote, the chairman or acting chairman may select one of the two non-voting directors, Gina DeMott Capwell or Sophia Capwell Armonte, to cast a vote on the proposal before the board.
The chair selects Sophia Armonte to vote. Eric, will you please add her to the list? No?
And you want me to get her?
I move that the meeting be closed to any and all latecomers.
Oh, that doesn't matter, Mason. I'll vote for Mama. I have her proxy.
Wait a minute.
Eric, would you please add her to the list, record this, please, and finish the roll?
Point of order.
Gladly. Sophia Capwell Armonte.
In favor. Proposal is passed. May we proceed to new business?
Right on, Eden.
Ms. Chairman. Ms. Chairman, may I direct your attention to Section 21 of the bylaws? No member of the governing board of any other corporation or enterprise may hold office or vote with this board of directors until 10 years after such membership has been terminated.
So?
So Sophia is on the board of Armonte Enterprises. You can stick your proxy away until 1995.
I'm sorry, I don't know how that was overlooked.
I move that Sophia Armonte's vote be struck and Gina Capwell allowed to vote in her place.
Gina Capwell. I don't have to do that, do I?
The language does not compel you to select either of them.
Well, Mason, the vote's still tied.
Yes, and it always will be. Whatever you propose, Eden. Right down to the lunch breaks.
What is it exactly that you want, Mason? What is it that you don't like? Huh? I mean, we are going to look like fools for doing all the groundwork and then getting hung up on the lack of one vote.
I have no objection at all to the Walton Hotel deal. It's obviously in our best interest.
Well, then good. Call the roll again. Mason wants to change his vote.
I'll be happy to, once we hold an election naming me acting president and chairman of the board.
Yay. 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 Nay. Nay. No, and I think this is ridiculous.
That's my vote, in case you wondered.
Why didn't I guess that?
So the vote is 3-3. Motion to name Mason Capwell acting president is defeated.
And so is your takeover.
Mason, we gave you your vote, man. What more do you want?
A second ballot, and this time one of you is going to vote for me.
Oh, think again.
Yeah, fat chance.
Not either of you. Eden's going to. Aren't you, Eden?
Why is that, Mason?
Because you want this takeover to go through. You said it was important to the company. What you didn't say was that it's important to you. You did all the legwork. You made all the contacts after Dad had his stroke. And you assured the Walton people that the company would still be run with the same firm hand, even though Dad wouldn't be here. The entire business world knows what we're doing here today, and they're all watching. If this deal doesn't go through, your credibility will plummet, as will the Walton stock. Now tell me, do you think Daddy would want that?
Mason, that's blackmail.
Kelly, that is business. Well, Ms. Chairman, would you like to change your vote?
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Yes.
And I second it.
All in favor?
Wait a minute. I have 3 votes, and I say that this meeting is still in session. Kelly, Ted, this is a board meeting, not romper room. Ms. Chairman?
Could have been worse.
How?
There's got to be a loophole here somewhere. There's got to be 2 paragraphs in conflict or something.
Eden, we've been going through this for 2 hours. There isn't a loophole. Jack would agree. Look, the fact is that the same clause appears in the same wording in the bylaws from the day your father founded the company. As it stands, there's just no way that your mother can vote in the board meetings.
I am not going to let Gina have a vote. I'm going to find something in these bylaws that's going to disqualify one of Mason's votes.
Eden, I am calling it a day.
Eric.
You know what? So are you.
Eric, I don't want you to call it a day.
Eden.
I want you to help me here.
Eden, look, you're a very, very sharp lady, and you are very thorough. And you are definitely something to see when you're in a tight spot. But there's one thing that you need to learn, and that's how not to burn yourself out. So lay off for tonight. Hey, you should feel real good about everything you did today.
Why should I? I lost. Plain and simple.
No, you did not lose. Mason lost. He is in exactly the same position as when he started.
So am I.
No, you're not. You take a look at all that you accomplished today. You almost succeeded in breaking a deadlocked vote. I mean, Mason will never take that for granted again. You fought a mean battle of wits, lady. And didn't it feel good?
Yeah.
Yeah. You love the power, don't you? You love having it and wielding it. But you have to learn one thing, and that's to savor the small victories. It's all a game, and you have to enjoy the playing as much as the score.
But it's not a game to me. All I can think about is my father lying up there. He can't move, he can't talk. Who knows if he can listen? He's expecting me to be stronger and better than anyone else. I have to make this work.
Eden, take a walk. Take a swim in that beautiful pool out there. You have to relax. You're driving yourself too much. Now, Jack's going to be back soon, and I can guarantee you he's going to want to see you. And I know he's going to tell you that you did good.
I would only been an hour and 15 minutes late if I hadn't stopped to pick up the flowers.
How was the meeting?
Don't ask. Are you mad?
Did you lose track of the time?
No, it's just that Mason was impossible, and the meeting's it ended late, and Jack just showed up after the meeting, and I had to explain to him what happened. And I took a brief swim afterwards and came right here.
Are your 25 telephones out of service or what?
No. I just didn't want to call you in front of Jack and let him think that I was trying to report to you or something.
Oh, you want him to think of you as unattached, is that it?
No, I just don't want him to think that you're some kind of crabby boyfriend that needs to know where I am all the time.
That's how I'm acting. Is that it? Yeah, of course. Well, you know, I sit around here, I get some crazy ideas. What can I tell you? I'm sorry.
Since when do you drink out of both hands?
Oh, Julia Wainwright was over for a little while.
Doing what?
Oh, yeah, I would have called you and told you about it, you know, but I didn't want her to think that you were the kind of girlfriend who needed to keep tabs on me all the time.
I apologize.
I'm sorry, too. Thank you for the flowers.
You're welcome. You know, I think we have a problem on our hands, and that's that we're not spending enough time together.
That's exactly the problem. But at least we don't stay crazy for as long as we used to. I think that's progress.
I wish we could go somewhere off alone together.
Eden, we could. We could just pick up the anchor and head for the open sea. Anytime. You and me, the sun, the water, any number of like-minded dolphins, we could.
Sounds wonderful.
So why don't we do it?